Everyone, welcome back to the Cows channel where we are launching an all-new playthrough of a colony simulator, and I am really meaning it when I say launching. We are playing the awesome game that I just found out about 2 weeks ago, yet it's captured my imagination, Planetbase. Unlike most of the real world or fantasy type ones, this is a space colony simulator. You must land on a planet, just this little pod, and a few dudes, and make a colony. And as you do better, you can unlock harder, better worlds. Well, I don't know if they're better, they're harder. They offer new challenges, and I kind of like that. The first world, we're going to call it Not Mars. I have seen The Martian. It was fantastic, and it really made me want to play this game. I went and saw The Martian within days of seeing the first videos on this game, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I've done a sound and quality check. I believe that we are all good. So we're going to do a new game. Now, as you can see, 0 of 10. There are milestones when you're building your colony, certain tasks that you can acquire. And 5 will give you the class F, and 10 will give you the class M. So, you know, if some of them are really hard for you, you can just do like 5 here and then 5 here, and then you get to come to class M. But obviously, this is my first time playing. We'll have to choose the class D. I don't actually know if the location matters. I don't think it does too much. I can't really tell, but we have Not Mars, class D. I shall call it Planet Cow, or something less dumb. Medium-sized desert planet with a thick CO2 atmosphere which partially protects it from meteors and solar flares, which are 2 of the disasters that can happen. Meteors can destroy your base, and solar flares can make it very dangerous to be outside. So we have light amount, high, which means that it's any solar panels I build will operate at the full capacity. That's great. Atmosphere density is also high, meaning I can use wind turbines. Unfortunately, sandstorm risk is high, but solar flare and meteor risk are low. Sandstorm, I believe the 4th error thing that can happen is it won't happen until after you've gotten a bit of a plan, but people can come into your base, try to steal stuff, try to kill your colonists. You have to protect yourself. So we're going to pick right about here, I think. I don't know if it actually matters, because it is randomly generated. Base DF7 is kind of cool, but I'm going to call it Base K47. K for cow. Oh, Outpost K47. Yeah. 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 Outpost K47. So we're going to start the game. It is critical that you allow colonists in your base when you have the required only allow colonists when you have and that's the usual thing about these colony simulators. Now, I'm going to warn you that at the very beginning of this, I'm not going to be talking as fast as I'm going to be building. You're on a planet where you cannot... All these planets, you have one characteristic definitely in common. You cannot survive out in the atmosphere without a spacesuit. When you start, you have to immediately get up your base so they can come inside, power so it can be powered, oxygen so they can breathe, and water so they can drink. You have to build them very quick. But here we are, landing. This game is very nice looking, too, for just a little... I mean, I love it. And our spaceship, obviously came off like a rocket or something. It doesn't actually show what it used to be attached to. But I will go over what all these little people can do and their other stuff as soon as I have finished. There is no pause in this game. I will say that again. You cannot pause in this game. You can go to the menu, but you cannot build stuff with pause. So, just glancing around here. We got some mountains for some mining. We got lots of mountains for some mining. Okay, I like that. Okay, so what we're going to do real quick. First things first, we have to build the O2 room. You can change the sizes of rooms. You can either have, depending on them, but we're going to go ahead and build right here. And is airlock, base pad? Airlock is an inside building, technically. You have inside and outside building. That's not what I wanted at all. Airlock. And then you connect them like so. Some people have been, on the videos I've seen, have been building these huge sprawling bases. I think that's really dumb because it takes longer to... Now, okay, as they're building that, I also told you I need power. So we're going to build right there. And we're going to put a battery right here. Oh, I can't... As you can see, they're trying very hard to... No, dang it. Need a battery here. We're also going to need some water. And... there. And since we have the solar panel up, I want to go ahead. I want to get a wind turbine right here. Okay, that should take care of everything. Here's a little hint on our power grid. Everything has to be connected. Once it's connected, it gets power, it gets oxygen, it gets water. Right now, this oxygen is 30 of 30. We're using 3 and we're hitting 30. So let's go over this stuff real quick now. We have 7 people and 2 robots. Robots are cool. Here's my daylight cycle, which tells me that I have 12 more hours of daylight. Well, I have up until the sun sets. Wind speed is up to 4 strength. We are building the connector, which is going to store power. Very, very important. Why did you just leave that there? The robots have come inside. We have not. I don't know why you just left it, but let's go over these guys. So there are 5 different jobs. You get to start with 4 of them. And I'm going to hit tab right now, and it's going to let you see inside. This first one is our biologist. Biologists make food. Here's oxygen flow. You want ideal is 22%. I don't think that it's possible to get higher than 22. The biologists make food, so of course that's important. Other ones are engineers. Engineers build, engineers maintain, and engineers can also work the more advanced machines. Here we have our workers. They are the ones that go into the mine. They're the only humans that do not have a penalty when they are carrying stuff. You'll see they put on little exoskeletons to help them lift heavy boxes. And other stuff. So now that we've got this base, so we want to build all the way out here, which I like. So, and around somewhere, oh, this one dude in the coat is our medic. Medics all have the lowest priority, I think. Right, from what I can tell right now in the game, they only do one of 2 things. They either make medicine or they treat patients. And here we go. So what I'm doing is I'm connecting them, and it costs 2 metal and 2 bioplastic. I will show you right now. The resources we have are, we have 25 meals. Colony ship contains the resources, and you can recycle it to get resources later and also make room. See, right here we have all this space. I've already used a fair amount of my building materials to build all of this. We have meals, which you need to eat, of course. You have metal, which you need to construct things. You have bioplastic, which you need to construct things. These are your 2 most basic resources. Meals are made from other basic resources, which are meat and veggies. Water is technically a grid, like power. They're grid resources. They're not actually... Look at that. See, you can't really tell. And we'll go over robots in a second. Look at that little show off. Here's our medicine, and here are our spares. The power grid stuff, as well as possibly a couple other things, will occasionally go from this excellent status all the way down. If the condition lowers, then you will be gaining less, so you need spare parts to maintain. So you saw that we have 5 classes. The 5th class I cannot show you right now because we don't have it, is a guard. And guards work certain terminals as well. Oh, we built the canteen. As well as guards will also defend your people from aggressors, which you don't have to worry about for a while. What? Oh, turned it off accidentally. I did not mean to do that. So I can go into base management, like show you grids. Here's our power, what we're making, what we're producing, water, what we're making, what we're producing, and oxygen. How many oxygen is based on people. So you can see it's taking a little while to tick up, but it's working really well. So in the cantina, I can go into edit mode here. I'm going to just put a little television screen so They can have something to entertain themselves with. I'm going to build a little table right here. We'll want a water fountain right here. I don't need the meal maker right now because I don't have any food to make meals out of. All of my meals are already pre-made. So I've told them to just put in some plastic stuff. You can tell right now, see, this little thing tells me I've queued up 3 metal to be used and I've queued up 3 bioplastic to be used. That must be an error. They must have accidentally... I don't know why it's still there. So we're building this. What I also want to do is I want to build like a dorm. And so we're going to build it right here. Dorms are, of course, where you sleep. Oh, there are my stats. I don't have much prestige, but my welfare is excellent. Here are all the 5 different people. I am very scared of asteroids wiping out our colony in the early term. Oh, if you can tell, he's wearing a little exosuit as he carries the plastic. And see, he takes it off. Here is our tech. We don't have any tech. You can buy patents or discover yourself. The milestones I had to show you, which are what you use to unlock other planets. We don't have landing pad permissions, we don't have security, we don't have manufacturing limits because we don't have anything to do with that stuff yet. So right now, like I said, what I want to do is I want to build just a basic dorm. And dorms are dead-end buildings. I think. Yeah, so we want to just go ahead and do that. Building is fun. So let's talk about bots. Bots are how you can do a lot of tasks. Bots are really good at the basic tasks, but cannot run machines to perform complicated tasks. There are 3 types of bots in this game. First, your carrier bot. He takes the most basic job of the worker, which is he transports things from one place to another. We've got a little dog pile going up here. Are they okay? This person's just... The medic is just eating on the floor for some stupid reason. Actually, all of them will probably go come eat on the floor because I don't... Technically, nobody has built all this stuff, and he needs water. Like I said, it can be very easy to die at the beginning of this. They're just eating on the floor. That's not going to make them very happy. I really want them to... This should be queuable. Yeah, and this needs one more resource. So I need you guys to let the construction bot back in here, please. So he can build the fountain so you guys can have drinks. Going to drinking fountain, good. So that's how they're going to get water. And once we're a little more secure on our supplies, I'll build something to hold excess water so we don't run out. There we go. And now people are going to start drinking. And there you go, they're filling that need. Yellow is okay. That just means I'm starting to feel thirsty. Orange means I'm starting to get really thirsty. Red means I could die. And any of these go all the way down to nothing, including your morale. Well, I don't know about morale. And unfortunately, I didn't get it up fast enough. They all ate off the floor. That's okay, though, because now they're starting to get sleepy, too, though, which is not good. Fortunately, this is all ready to be built, and I believe that both the construction bot and my engineer are going to go here. So I want to check my stats real quick. I have 3 workers, I have 2 biologists, 1 engineer, 1 medic, and no guards. And I forgot to tell you about the construction bot. It can carry stuff too. I think it has a slight movement penalty against the worker bot, but it's still better than a non-worker human carrying things. And he goes around and he can build. Now, construction bots cannot maintain other robots, and construction bots cannot, unfortunately, run the heavy machines. You just want like 3 or 4 of them kicking around to build the stuff that you're telling them to build. Like here, we're getting our dorm built. Excellent. So I'm going to queue up a pair of beds. Oh, I can't build until he finishes the connector. Oh. And connection's done. So I'm going to just go ahead and queue up a couple of these bunk beds, which is going to let them sleep. And depending on the object, it can either go at the beginning, at the middle of the room, or around the edges. And that way I've got, we'll go ahead and queue up 3 sets of bunk beds because they're all getting kind of tired. So what do we want to do next? Well, we are going to need, and I swear I've done the... Oh, I accidentally disabled the structure. So what are we doing next? Well, next we are going to need probably a mine. Can I build a store? What I want to do is I want to build a storage space. Yeah. And of course you can build like these huge monstrous storage spaces. I don't think we need that for the very beginning. So what we're going to do is just click it here. Now you see like the TV, I put it right next to the thing. I did that. The engineer built himself a bed. I put it right next to here because hallways will destroy whatever is around the edges of it. We've reached a milestone survival. I can click on it. One day after landing, your people are still alive. You might think that's funny. It's not. It's an actual thing that can work. So how do I... There we go. It is surprisingly easy to die here. I'm not too worried about the fact of running out of metal and bioplastic because we will get a fair amount when we recycle this ship. Which I would do as soon as we build this. And then they will have... I will slow down the building just a little because I'm going to have them start to... Yeah, there we go. Now I can speed up and slow down time like this. The thing is, in this type of game, you don't want to do that too much. At least on camera, because when a disaster hits, sometimes a couple of seconds is all you've got before you die. So this is producing 30 of 30. This is producing 1 of 20. I can hit the Alt tab here. You can see there's barely any wind. Right now there are only 2 ways to get power. Maybe in future DLC and expansions we'll get different ways to build power. God, that was close. Again, meteors can be bad. Like if a rock were to hit the dorm right now, it would kill half my colony, possibly making it impossible for us to live. So it's kind of a thing I'm scared about. Good. They built all the bunks. So everyone should be able to get some sleep because these guys should be waking up in a second. This guy is filling up his morale. They call it morale. I feel like morale and fun should be different. But they'll get depressed if somebody dies. Oh good, they're starting to come on. And their sleep cycles will get better once now you've built all the stuff. So we'll build the storage room here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to recycle this and just let them carry everything into storage. How much food do we have? We have 18 meals, but for 7 people means a couple of days worth of food, I think. I think you only need to eat about once every day, so what we're going to do is we're going to have to start building the newest place I'm going to show you, which is our biodome. Now, biodome, what I'm going to do also is I'm going to connect it here, I'm going to connect it here. Now, can I build... Can I build an airlock? Oh, I can build an airlock right here, which is awesome. But can I build... Actually, I don't. Maybe I don't want the biodome there. In fact, I don't. No. No. Because... Yeah, because I don't... They're not going to need to... Dang, there was one right there. Oh my god, there it is. Because I'm going to want to put all my manufacturing stuff like here. No, I don't want to do that. I didn't mean to do that. So right now what we're going to do, you can see they're slowly bringing everything into storage here. So now that that's done, I'm going to recycle the ship. It has given me a ton of extra metal and bioplastics. Excellent. Now, like I said, what we want to do next is we want to build the biodome. We need to start getting food for our people. And then I can put the landing pad where my ship used to be. Do I want to put it here? 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 Here. 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 We'll put it right here. And this will fill up pretty fast, but not once I spend all this resources. Saving game? I didn't know I had autosave on. So here is where we can grow food and medicines to help our colony. They seem to be taking stuff from the storage to come bring out here for the construction for some odd reason. That's kind of weird. So what I'm going to do is... And I also want to go ahead and I want to queue up a water storage tank. Just a little one. Because right now we have tons of excess water. But if we go put crops in, if something should happen, I don't want all of my crops to slowly wither and die. So right now our colony is doing really, really well. I'm so happy about this. Yeah, I should have let them... I'm going to let them finish moving all this stuff. And in fact, that might be a good place to put a cut. Because I don't want them to just put stuff in and then take it out if it's going to be right here. Pending resource there. That's ready to be built. That's ready. It's not exactly straight. I don't care. I'm not a perfectionist. We can put some mines right in here. What day is it? It's day 2, right? We've been here 1 day and 19 hours. So the biodome, I'll show you. You use a lot of plastic. It's where you get your veggies. But it is also where you get your starches. And your starches are important because that's how you have to make your... Your starches are important because that's how you have to make your plastics from starch. So I will show you right now. First of all, we want 1 medicinal plant. We can only fit 4 in this smallest one, but with only 2 biologists, I don't want more. Now, you can make trees, which will, for some reason, produce oxygen during the day and consume at night. I don't understand that. You can make an oak tree, which is colonists can relax by looking for a bit. I don't know why. This row here is your veggies, and this row here is your veggies. They give less food, but they also give starch. And over here is our water tank. So what I want to do right now, slow production and low maintenance, so we'll go put a pot of corn in right there to get some starch. You don't, and we'll go put some wheat right here to get other starch, and then we're going to do mushroom pad here, just to help get us plenty of veggies. Now, with these veggies, we can make meals, but you have to have a meal maker. Creates meals from vegetables or vitro meat. I'll show you vitro meat here in a second. If there's enough variety of ingredients, can reduce nicer meals that restore your morale. So, right now, what we're going to do is we're going to put the meal maker right here. And then as we are producing food, the colonists can put it into the meal maker, and it will make the meals. Here is our first plant. This is the condition, and this is how long it takes to produce. Also, its power that it needs for like sunlight, and its water that it needs. Biologists, this will slowly degrade. The lower its condition, the slower it would tick up. So biologists have to come, and they have to maintain it, you know, by sprucing things up and such. Hello, little helper. And here, of course, is our new water tank. It is slowly filling up with water. Right now, we consume a lot and we produce... That's it? I thought we were producing 5. Why did it get halved? Is it because I put something here? I don't know, actually. Curious, but right now we're starting to get our veggies too. Here, the mushroom pad will produce 3. These will produce 2 and a starch, which we really need to make plastic. So, what I'm going to do right now, guys, is I'm going to put a cut in the video. I'm going to let them bring all this stuff in so that they are doing less. There's the meal maker. And also, this is a good point to, see, I wasn't paying too much attention. What happened? That's a chart. Oh, we have charts now. But we're not, there's barely any wind and we're producing, so we're slowly ticking down, but we have enough to get to the end of the evening when the solar panel will be useful. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to put a, up, hey, he's producing, look, he's maintaining it. Maintaining medicinal plant. The longer it's on excellent, the higher they tick up. So what I'm going to do right now, guys, I'm going to put a cut into this video right here. I am going to let them clear all this stuff out, and I'm going to have to build more solar panels. I'm going to have to build another wind turbine. I'm probably going to need another battery because we do not have enough, and we need more. So I'm going to stop right here. Probably should put this stuff more out there. I can make the thing sprawl around if I have to. It doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to be functional. But right now you can see this is slow production and low maintenance. Again, slow production, low maintenance, and slow production, low maintenance. It may actually be a little too slow. If that happens, I'll just recycle them. But I'll see you guys next episode here on Planetbase when we try and do more.